It's me, B, and the star of today's show is this painting I finished last year. This is one of the bigger canvases I ever painted on, and my whole vision for this piece was really ambitious, and looking at it now, I want to make this better. So today you'll be watching me paint over this and give my thoughts on what I think now about the painting, and you'll see how I would paint it now. So let's get started. I was able to take Nathan Fowkes' schoolism class on painting with gouache earlier this year, and hearing his process with painting really helped me look at scenery and painting subjects better. So I want to start by roasting my old painting. First of all, what is this hill? There are no cliff sides shaped like that. This just doesn't fit with the painting at all, so I'm going to make this whole hill like flatter, not curved like this. Next is this tree. Now I love trees with this backlit effect here with the really bright yellow, but the tree just looks bald in the front. Like it's just all hairline. Where did the leaves, where did the hair go? So I'm gonna fix that. Next is the sky. This bright yellow or bright orange isn't really the vibe anymore, and dear god, these clouds. The lighting with this is all over the place, so I'm going to fix it. Lastly, the way the waterfall is painted doesn't make sense because, at least how I paint, things that are further back should be foggier or hazier looking. So I'm gonna push this waterfall back, make it more gray in color so it looks further away from the viewer. So I scrolled through Pinterest, watched various painting videos, did some sketching and practice, and studied my favorite artists' works and came up with these little thumbnail watercolor sketches. So what I did with these thumbnail sketches is that I drew it so the hill is, as I said earlier, flat, and I'll be painting on a bunch of wildflowers so the grass won't look too plain. And though I love what I really did with the tree before, I'm going to repaint it and fix the lighting situation with it. What I thought for this painting was that the light source would be coming from the top right of the painting instead of all over the place, so I hope I was able to achieve that. And then the sky will be just a simple blue as to not overpower what I'm gonna do with the foreground, which is the wildflowers on the grass. And finally, the waterfall, I'm going to fix it and make it not so in your face compared to the old painting. Just paint it more vaguely and simpler to add to the atmosphere of the piece. The acrylic paint I've used ever since is this liquitex basics paint. I love these, and I don't really plan on buying the more heavy body acrylics since these are already easy to work with. Though one of the problems I faced while painting this is that I'm almost out of white, and there are some problems with all of the blue paint I have, which is just like 2 tubes of blue paint. One is almost like it's kind of gone already, and the second one, it has this weird texture. I think it's starting to dry up, so I'm gonna just have to find a way to work with it. I used just one brush for this whole painting. I admit I could have used a bigger brush, but a lot of my brushes are kind of crusty and dried up, so this is the brush that I chose to work with. Now, usually when I paint, I try to finish it all in one sitting. It's just how I am. Some artists would rather take days to plan out and work on the painting, but I'm more of like just one take. I finished the painting in one take, but with this painting I worked on it for 2 nights because the first night I did it, I couldn't sleep and I worked on the painting at 3 in the morning. So I was just so out of it. And for the second painting, for the second night, I was having a stressful day at work and I was just really out of it and I wanted to rest, but I kind of forced myself to just finish the painting to get this video up. Some of the shots in this video are kind of weird because I actually painted this on the floor. There's not much space where I live to paint, so I had to resort to sitting on the floor. So here is the finished painting. I really like this newer version of the painting now. A lot of the old painting was kind of wrong in my eyes with all like the bright colors and the lighting was all over the place. That's not to say I don't like bright colors anymore, but the way I painted it, I made it seem like the painting was all about everything. I learned in the schoolism class I took, a painting can't always be about everything. It should be balanced, it should be focused on a particular mood or subject, and the painting just doesn't get the message or mood across if you try to make it about everything. So for this newer version of the painting, I focused on putting emphasis on the bright wildflowers on the ground and the silhouette and form of the tree, and I made the waterfall a bit more muted or vague, I guess you could say. I just tried to make the waterfall not so in your face as compared to the older version of the painting. So feel free to let me know what you guys think about the painting. What would you say about the older version and the newer version of the painting? And also, if you have any suggestions for video ideas or any kind of content you want to see, feel free to leave it down in the comments below. And also, I can't believe I can get to say this now, subscribe if you haven't already. Watch me for more art content and stay tuned. That's it, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.